Assalamualaikum, my name is Dini. So I will be presenting the company background of 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven Malaysia was established in 1984 as the largest 24 hours convenience store operating in Malaysia. Until today, 7-Eleven has more than 2,200 stores, and calculated by the number of the stores, its market share exceeds to 70%. 7-Eleven is owned by 7-Eleven Malaysia Holdings Berhad. The first store that opened in 1984 is at Bukit Bintang, and it is actually still in operation until today. Why? This is due to the reason of the strong brand loyalty, large customer base, and also quality exceptional services. Do you guys want to know why the store name is 7-Eleven when it is operating in 24 hours? It was not until 1963 that the store started keeping its door forever open, kind of by accident. Actually, it started at 7-Eleven location near the University of Texas that got so busy after a football game that the store was actually forced to stay open past its 11 closing time. And after seeing how well their sales did that night, the Texas store decided to keep itself open 24/7 permanently. So the other 7E branches decided to follow it until today. 7-Eleven Malaysia Berhad has won several awards for its strong brand loyalty and also excellent marketing strategy over the past few years. The owner of Berjaya Berhad, which his name is Tan Sri Vincent Tan, he owned 42.46% shares of the 7E Malaysia. Berjaya is one of the Malaysia's largest firm with diversified interests across various business sectors. Also, Sultan Ibrahim, Sultan Johor, he owns 15.52% of the shares.
Thank you, Dini. Let's proceed. Hello, my name is Sabrina. Now we will proceed with the background of Mynews. Mynews is a convenient retail chain store located in Malaysia. It is founded by Dang Tai Luk. Its first flagship store opened on 25th December 1996. As of June 2020, Mynews has more than 500 entity outlets, with the majority of them located in the urban areas of Peninsular Malaysia. It is currently serving over 6 million customers monthly and has more than 2,000 employees. Mynews Holding Berhad is the holding company of the group. In addition to operating its proprietary brands Mynews, the group also operates W.H. Smith store in Malaysia as a joint venture partner with the W.H. Smith Travel, which is one of the UK leading retailer. It partnered with the Japanese fresh food producer Garment Kinea to produce ready-to-eat meal for its convenience store. At the same time, the group is partnering with the Royal Palm Baking Co. of Japan in producing bakery product to serve its customer. Both the ready-to-eat meals and bakery product factories are located at the state-of-the-art food processing center in Kota Damansara. In 1996, they managed to open their first store and become first contemporary press and convenient retail outlet, mynews.com. Later in 1999, they have opened their 10th outlet and keep increasing every year until successfully opening its 100 outlet in 2017 and 150 outlet up until 2011. After a few years, they succeed to open their 200 outlet and awarded top 10 ranking in the SME 100 Malaysia's Fast Moving Company Awards. In the following year, they managed to open 300 outlets and being listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia. They also have launched Mynews loyalty program nationwide in 2018 and had an official launch of Mynews Food Production Center in 2019. The company is an investment holding company with operation involved in the following activities such as owning and operating Malaysia's biggest convenience and print media business mynews.com, provide bakery service solely for mynews.com outlets, act as a source of data for information system support, and currently provide management support to a joint body of retail outlet operating within the Malaysia International Airports. That's all. Okay, so we will... Can you continue with the SWOT?
Thank you, Sab. Is this hanger is strong or weak? Well, let us identify the SWOT analysis of the hanger, 7-Eleven and Mynews.
Hi, my name is Noor Amirah Nasiah binti Nazili. I'm a Sloopy lover and the greatest analyst of the centuries. I'm going to tell you about the SWOT analysis of both 7-Eleven and Mynews. 7-Eleven Malaysia is the single largest convenience store chain in Malaysia and has a strong brand portfolio because they are known worldwide and of course across the Malaysia. So this makes 7-Eleven can expand into new product line. While for Mynews is a largest homegrown convenience store and well-established brand name that also produce their own product. Both 7-Eleven and Mynews accept cashless payment method this day because you can go cashless and pay with ease with either using Mynews loyalty card, Alipay, Touch and Go e-wallet, credit or debit cards and etc. at the stores. Just swipe, wave or dance. With this, you can pay utility bills, prepaid reloads, buy a gift card and even pay extra bills so that you can watch Kampung Pisang every week without uninterrupted. Also, if you guys looking to return your purchased items from Shopee, both offer send, return and pick up parcel services. So, no worries. Next, 7-Eleven use go-to-market strategies to launch their new product which focus on target audience. Both stores offers wide range of products where 7E with their delicious sandwiches, coffees, buns and candies and etc. While for the Mynews, they offers their RTE meals like bento and onigiri, their fresh foods like curry puffs which is great for those on the go, and of course, their successful Maru Cafe concept. However, in this world, no one's perfect, including 7E and Mynews. 7E has unclear, unique selling proposition that makes them doesn't stand out among the rivals, which the only unique about them is tutti frutti flavors in their coolest drink on earth. While for the Mynews, they have a small number of franchises, which make people like me not aware of their existence, except their famous roti samat that went viral, which I had never tried yet. Here at 7E has exclusive product offering with their strong relationship from a robust brand manufacturers such as Gatorade, a sport drink they only offer through 7E stores only. For Mynews, the chances to grow further with expansion of products or in-store services, also with offering of franchising the business as well as their promotion of Maru Cafe concept. Today, our all-invisible enemies, COVID-19, make it hard for both 7E and Mynews, so the regulations and SOP from Malaysia government they have to follow. And this pandemic COVID-19 was the main reason for the sales drop significantly. Since 7E is a 24-hour operation basis and there is cash is involved in the transaction, it has huge risk of the crime of robbery, and nowadays many grocery stores operate 24-hour system and this can destroy 7E natural competitive advantage. While for the Mynews, the increase of convenience store in rural areas create competition in the market. What a beautiful presenter! Next, Sabrina again.
Okay, let's proceed with the vertical analysis of statement of profit and loss and other comprehensive income. Vertical analysis of the income statement show the revenue or sales number as 100% and all other items as a percentage of sale. All the line items in a vertical analysis are compared with another line item on the same statement. So, in the case of income statement, it will be revenue or net sale. The vertical analysis show that both companies have fluctuated trend for their cost of sale for the 3 consecutive years. For the year 2017 to 2018, both companies have moderately fallen from 63.70% to 61.93% and from 68.39% to 63.16% for Mynews and 7-Eleven respectively. In the year 3, 2019, however, the cost of the goods sold rose up to 2.70% for Mynews and 5.48% for 7-Eleven. The gross profit of the both companies grew in ringgit terms, but the gross profit percentage dropped over the years. This shows that the cost of the raw material and goods has increased, but it is not in line with the increase in sale. That is driving a minor decrease in their gross profit in the year 2019, which are 35.9% and 31.36% for Mynews and 7-Eleven respectively compared to 2017. Next, based on the ratio calculated above, it shows that both company administration expenses and other expenses are varying from 2017 to 2019. Mynews administrative expenses and other expenses are steeply plunging from 30.67% to 13.71%, while 7-Eleven are slightly increased only from 4.27% to 4.95% from 2018 to 2019. If you can see, Mynews only has an allocation for selling and distribution expenses in 2019 by 16.35% from total revenue, while 7-Eleven had gently decreased from 28.90% in 2018 to 27.35% in 2019. This shows that money invested in selling and distribution was not as effective in driving sales growth. Okay, in the term of profit before tax, Mynews has a decreasing trend from 2017 to 2019 with the highest percentage 9.37% in 2017 that lead to the higher net profit for the year compared to 2019. Meanwhile, for 7-Eleven, the trend remains stable with 3.22%, 3.33% and 3.25% for the year 2017, 2018 and 2019 respectively. Lastly, we can see that the earning of both companies slightly decreased around 2%. Total comprehensive income for the financial year Mynews remained constant for 2017 and 2018 at 7% and slightly decreased to 5.38%, while 7-Eleven total comprehensive income for financial year 2017 was 4.16% and slightly decreased to 2.33% for subsequent year 2018 and 2019. The highest total comprehensive income for the financial year 2017 for 7-Eleven is because of a huge profit from other operating income of 6.27%. So the conclusion is the common sense or vertical analysis of income statement is the statement where each line item is expressed as percentage of sale. The comparison of each number becomes easier when compared as a percentage of sale or revenue, where such analysis is helpful for the analyst to compare the performance of two companies over the year in the same sector and line of business, but it has its own limitation. Thus, the analyst should take into account the limitation of the vertical analysis of the income statement while comparing and inferring the result. Okay, that's all from me. Dini, go.
Vertical analysis is a tool that allows us to analyze a financial statement, which is the proportional analysis of the document. Performing a vertical analysis, or also known as common size analysis, will need every line item on a financial statement to be entered as a percentage of another item as a basis. In a statement of financial position, every entry is made not in terms of currency, ringgit Malaysia, but as a percentage of the total of assets. Based on the comparison of 7-Eleven and Mynews through the vertical analysis statement of financial position, only year 2019 has been taken here for accurate comparison purpose, as it is the latest data available for both companies. 7-Eleven has a greater right of use asset, which is 42.8% compared to Mynews with 22%. The new IFRS 16 that was effective on 1st January 2019 gives substantial impact on the statement of financial position. Plant property equipment are greater in the case of Mynews with 41% compared to 7-Eleven with 23.78%. This is because 7-Eleven has purchased the asset beforehand during its early operation days. Meanwhile, Mynews purchased it during recent years, which are more costly. Both Mynews and 7-Eleven have a high and almost similar proportions of inventory on total assets of 13% and 16.27% respectively. This is explained by the fact that both companies keep large inventory of finished goods to be sold. In case of equity, 7-Eleven has a high shares of capital of 104% compared to Mynews with 42% due to money it raises from selling common or preferred stock. 7-Eleven may have an option for a new offer of stock in order for them to increase the shares of capital on its statement of financial position. And the total short-term obligations of the total of equity and liabilities for Mynews and 7-Eleven are 24% and 51% respectively. In this case, 7-Eleven might have wanted to check if they are paying more interest than they are financed and probably shift some of current liabilities to non-current liabilities for a better interest rate and lower monthly payment.
Thank you. Now I will proceed with the profitability ratio, efficiency ratio, and leverage ratio. The first two items under profitability ratios is net profit margin and return on asset or ROA. Net profit margin and ROA for 7-Eleven and Mynews both shows the same result as they are increased in 2018 and decreased in 2019. While Mynews is having a significant decrease from year 2017 until year 2019. However, Mynews is still more profitable compared to 7-Eleven as it shows both on the result on the table. The higher net profit margin means that the company is more efficient at converting sales into actual profit and how well it manages its expenses, while the higher ROA shows how efficient a company's management is at using its assets to generate earnings. As for return on equity or ROE, as being shown here, the graph shows that ROE of both companies decreased significantly from year 2017 to year 2019. However, it is resulted that 7E is more favorable compared to Mynews as ROE is higher. A higher ratio is favored because this ratio also shows how efficient management use investors' fund to generate profit. Now we move to efficiency ratios. The account receivables turnover for 7E for the year 2017 until 2018 is the same and increase in the year 2019. While for Mynews, there's a significant decrease in 2018 and slightly increase in year 2019. This shows that 7E has better performance since the efficiency level for the company in collecting their receivable increased compared to Mynews. Next is account receivable turnover index. The result shows that 7-Eleven is remain constant in year 2019 until 2018 and has a slight decrease in 2019. Mynews have a significant increase in 2018 and decrease in 2019. Both companies are declining from year 2018 to 2019 and this would represent a positive trend. However, 7E is having a lower result compared to Mynews. The inventory turnover of 7E is the same for the year 2017 and 2018. There's a slight increase in year 2019. On the other hand, Mynews is declining in year 2018 and remain constant until year 2019. For both companies, it's not much different. However, 7E is having a better performance because it frequently replaces its inventory throughout the year effectively and efficiently. The days sales in inventory for 7-Eleven is increased in 2018 and decreased in 2019. On the other hand, Mynews keep increasing from year 2017 to 2019. This resulted that 7E is having a better performance since it took them less days than Mynews to convert the current inventory into sales. The last one is leverage ratio. The debt ratio of 7E is declining in year 2018 and increased in year 2019. On the other hand, Mynews keep on increasing from year 2017 to 2019. However, Mynews is having a lower debt ratio compared to 7E. Thus, Mynews debt ratio is a better one. For debt to equity ratio of 7E is decreasing in 2018 and increased in 2019. Meanwhile, the debt to equity ratio of Mynews increased from 2017 to 2019. It resulted that Mynews has lower debt to equity ratio than 7E, meaning that it has a better debt position. The time interest rate or TIE of 7E is declining from year 2017 to 2019. The TIE is increasing in year 2018 for Mynews but have a significant decline in year 2019. However, Mynews is higher compared to 7E, meaning the Mynews TIE is better because the company presents less of risk to investors and creditors in terms of solvency. The last one is the fixed charge coverage. For 7E is declining in year 2018 and increased in year 2019. On the other hand, Mynews keep on increasing from year 2017 until year 2019. However, 7E is much higher compared to Mynews, means that a company can adequately cover fixed charge based on its current earnings alone. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Shafina. So
now let's move to the liquidity ratio, where the first one is current ratio, where current ratio means that your company could run short on cash during next year unless a new way is found to generate faster. Good current ratio is more than 2. However, based on the graph, 7-Eleven shows below than 1 and maintained for the 3 years. Meanwhile, Mynews have a good current ratio in 2017, but then there is significant decrease in year 2018 and 2019. In short, even though Mynews drastically dropped, Mynews is better than 7-Eleven as they have enough resources to meet its short-term obligations. Okay, now working capital, where working capital ratio measures a company's efficiency and the health of its short-term finance. Based on the ratio, it shows that 7-Eleven is having negative amount for all of the 3 years. Working capital for Mynews is decreased significantly from the year 2017 to 2019, but it is more favorable compared to 7-Eleven because the working capital ratio for Mynews is positive and more higher compared to 7-Eleven. And now is free cash flow, where free cash flow is important because it allows company to pursue opportunity that enhance shareholder value. Without cash, it's tough to develop new products, pay dividends, and reduce company debt. Based on the ratio, both companies have negative amount in 2017 and 2018, but then it shows that there is significant increase in free cash flow of 7-Eleven and Mynews. Both company was positive amount in 2019. However, 7-Eleven is more favorable compared to Mynews due to the higher free cash flow. Okay, now here's market ratio. The first one is earnings per share, where the income earned on the share during the accounting period is measured by this ratio. A large ratio is preferred since it indicates that the company has a large amount of profit to distribute to shareholders. Mynews shows significant decrease in year 2018 and 7-Eleven slightly increased in 2018. But then, both companies start to increase in year 2019 and both capable in generating dividend for investors. However, 7-Eleven offered higher than Mynews to the shareholders. Dividend yield, where dividend yield indicates how much dividend income you will earn in relation to the current stock price. Over the year, 7-Eleven shows highest ratio in 2019 and a big difference with Mynews. 7-Eleven then decreased in 2018 from 3.29 to 1.74 and Mynews decreased from 1.18 to 0.41. In year 2019, 7-Eleven continued decreased by just a slight, meanwhile Mynews increased by 0.28 cents. Therefore, 7-Eleven indicates better dividend than Mynews. Next is dividend per share, where dividend per share is the sum of declared dividends issued by company for every ordinary share outstanding. Dividend per share is one of the most straightforward figures an investor can use to calculate his or her dividend payment from earning shares of the stock over time. As shown on the graph, in year 2017, 7-Eleven shows higher ratio than Mynews. However, by a year past, 7-Eleven has significant changes in 2018 and slightly decreased in 2019. Meanwhile, Mynews maintained in year 2018 and 2019, but still 7-Eleven show high dividend per share than Mynews over the years. Okay, yay! So the last ratio we are going to cover is cash flow financial ratios, which is cash flow to debt. The cash flow to debt ratios compares a company's operating cash flow to its total debt. This is a form of coverage ratio that may be used to estimate how long it will take a company to pay off its debt if it utilizes all of its cash flows. For 7-Eleven, the graph shows increasing trends and significant increasing in 2019, while Mynews also shows increased trends for 3 years. However, there is significant differences on both companies, where Mynews shows better in carrying its total debt. Next is cash flow per share, where the amount of company's net cash flows allocated to each outstanding share is known as cash flow per share. Because it is impossible for a corporation to hide the size of its cash flow, investors pay close attention to cash flow per share. As a result, cash flow per share is a more transparent indicator of a company's performance than earnings per share, which is masked by accounting requirement. For 7-Eleven, it slightly increased in 2018 and significant increase in 2019, and Mynews slightly decreased than significant increase in 2019. However, 7-Eleven shows better than Mynews with a big difference. So, that's for the ratio analysis. Let's continue with Amira and Nasiha.
Why you give me calculator, Eyza? There's no need calculation, just future prospect of 7E and Mynews. Both 7-Eleven and Mynews facing declining in their gross profit, mainly because of the pandemic COVID-19. Though the Malaysian government has launched reliefs to support economy, it is still challenging for the retail market to sustain. And 7-Eleven focus more on retaining their competitiveness by closely monitoring costs and working capital while improving operations to deliver a seamless shopping experience for its customers. On the other hand, Mynews, despite the pandemic crisis, they continue to increase stores and they focus on increase and standardize new stores with Maru Cafe concept and increases their product line on RTE products, as well as put more effort on promotion of Mynews. Hi everyone, thank you for enjoying this video. If you have anything in mind, please leave it in the comment sections below. Stay safe, take care, and good luck. Bye!
Makcik, saya tak nak beli curry puff.